Okay, just a pretty quick one today. Chris at TriplTek recommended this iBolt mount. The mount that I had using the two TriplTeks was just wasn't secure enough for me. Now this mount actually comes with this arm. So originally I was thinking, well, I need to come up with a bracket that I can mount this arm to, and then I can mount the tablet to the arm. And then that's why I have these two wider holes. The clamps, these camvate clamps, would actually sit sideways here and kind of clamp on here. But I found after I mounted this and then mounted this to this, it was kind of sticking way out, and also, it was getting quite a bit of flex there. So I originally figured, well, I need to mount the bracket straight to the iBolt itself, the iBolt clamp. So I didn't really have to do anything. I just took the clamp off, drilled holes so that I can mount it to this bar as opposed to sideways, because I also wanted to get it up a little bit, and it worked out fine. So I just mounted the camvate clamps straight to the bracket here, and then the bracket to the iBolt clamp. And again, the holes were already lined up because they're just they're exactly the same on each side. And then I just mount the clamp itself to the bar here. Once I'd done that, I was super happy with the way this sits. It sits high enough where I can see the entire screen, the motorcycle screen, and then it just sits really nice and flush to the windscreen here. I've ridden it a little bit here. I'm out in Borrego Springs today. Ridden it a little bit off-road, and I don't think the camvate clamps are moving at all. They're working really well. And again, I just really like how it sits a lot more flush to the screen there. It looks a lot better. When it was on the arm, it was just sticking way out and it just looked kind of awkward. One thing I like about this iBolt clamp is it has the keyed extension. So this can't extend. You can't take this out at all. So if I was just running into a convenience store real quick, 7-Eleven or something, to get something, I wouldn't be too worried about leaving this here. I mean, I obviously wouldn't want to leave it for any length of time. If you really wanted this, I'm sure somebody could figure out how to get it out of there, either get it out of the clamp or simply undo these camvate clamps. But the nice thing is, so you just turn this and it'll extend, and I can take this out and take it with me. A couple things that I think could be updated on this to make it a little easier to work with is, so it's super adjustable. You can adjust these out and you can adjust these out and in. So I had to adjust them out a little bit, had to adjust these out a little bit. The thing that's kind of awkward is these screws that let you adjust it are Phillips head, where like the screws back here to clamp this on are Allen key. It'd be kind of nice if these were actually Allen keys, because when I first got it, these were in a little bit, and to get to the screw you had to go through this little hole, which is great, that there's an access hole here, but the Phillips that I had was actually too big, so I had to actually find another Phillips that was skinny enough to actually fit through there, where an Allen key would have fit through there pretty easily. But I mean, that's a pretty little gripe. The only thing I'm gonna have to figure out is, these kind of just sit out here. I push them in, but just gravity pulls them back out, especially when I'm riding. But I'll find a way to make them stay up there. Okay, off to Julian. I sure hope all that audio that I recorded doing that setup worked, because I didn't have my microphone plugged in. I've got my lav in my helmet, but didn't have it plugged in, so we'll see. And you might hear a lot of voiceover if not. I was originally going to do that setup video by the serpent sculpture, if you know what that is, but it is so nice out here that it's pretty packed with tourists, so kind of did it on that little side street just so I didn't have cars going back and forth and people looking at me wondering what the heck I was doing. Anyway, so heading out of Borrego, out of the 70-degree weather into Julian, which is probably maybe mid-40s
This is one of my favorite parts about the ride from Borrego to Julian. It's a S3, kind of cuts a little corner from the 78 over to Borrego, but it's a nice little twisty section. Not a lot of traffic on it, but during this time of year, there's traffic pretty much on every road in the desert. Now as you get out of the desert, heading into Julian, altitude rises and the temperature drops. It's a beautiful ride though. And actually, temperature wise, it's not that bad today, so I'm just kind of whining. So coming into Julian, I always take a kind of a back way, Winona Road to Farmers Road. It's kind of a different way as opposed to the main way to come from the 78 into Julian, because 78 goes right through Julian. But it's a cool little drive, and there's pretty much never any traffic on it.
Wanted to give a quick thanks to Chris at TriplTek for the idea for the iBolt clamp. Really happy with the way things are. Can't wait to give it a good heat test once the summer rolls around.